Check out this clip from the Pre-Patch podcast.
Yeah, Twitch is toying around with the, well, okay, like we say toying around, like, let's be honest, this is something that's not new to anybody. If you've been a Twitch, or a subscriber or fan, or you've been on the platform for more than fucking 20 minutes, you'll know this is not really that big of a shocker, but permabans may not be permanent. So
who would have guessed?
Yeah, right. Shocker here. Basically, Dextaro reporting that the Twitch CEO in an interview, and if you're wondering who this long-haired, white-headed gentleman is, Stan Clancy, basically is saying that, hey, look, like, we're giving permabanned streamers possibly another chance. It doesn't mean that 100% that's going to be the case, but that's what they're saying. Now,
I'd assume it'd be a case-by-case basis.
yeah, I would have to believe.
I wonder if they'll go
that.
the YouTube route where they make them write an apology essay on how wrong they were.
Take like a class or whatever.
Yeah, well, surprisingly enough, we don't have it on these notes, but actually, surprisingly enough, they actually have rolled out a class for copyright strikes that you can take.
Really?
Yep, and it will take one copyright strike off from your.
Oh my god!
On Twitch?
On Twitch, yeah.
That's funny.
So
that's funny.
It is.
So, yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I was under the impression that this was already, like, people who have been banned in the past have been unbanned, but I did some research. I can't find any evidence, at least of the big names, and obviously that's all that really shows up. It's hard to really dive deep into smaller names.
Right.
So maybe, I don't know. There's only a few big names that are obviously, like, we know that are permabanned that could potentially be on that list.
Yeah.
Only a couple of them that I can actually see being unbanned, because a lot of them were for very valid reasons.
LTG, who's LTG?
LTG, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean, I know that some of this came about from the
low tier god.
The interview, or like the party or whatever else, where like iShowSpeed and Kai Cenat were begging and pleading with the CEO to do this. So I don't know if this is actually Twitch saying, basically saying like, hey, like, we'll actually do this, right? And I think the biggest question that comes into play is if this is in fact not just a publicity stunt, and they are, and he is actually thinking about going down that route, does that mean that we see Doc back on Twitch, or at least get the ability to come back to Twitch? And would he go back to Twitch after that? I think that's probably the biggest question.
I think the legal aspect is like the biggest monkey wrench in that particular thing.
We still don't know there is a legal aspect to it, but we still don't know what it ever was. Like,
yeah, there's also the potential, like, I'm pretty sure he's still in the process of countersuing Twitch for loss of income.
Yeah, he's still in legal action with them.
So until that gets cleared up, there's no way he's coming back. I have a feeling since Destiny was the one that sparked this whole, like, him being brought up, that they're considering bringing Destiny back. I wouldn't be surprised if Speed comes back, since he literally just won Streamer of the Year this year.
You know what would be a big shock? Who we would see back is Phantom. Imagine that.
Phantom Lord?
That'd be like...
No,
that's not on my 2023 bingo card. I know, but who knows, man? Honestly, in today's age.
Yeah, I don't think that you would see Phantom Lord come back. No. I would be extremely shocked.
I'd be shocked
if that was the case.
I'd be shocked if Dog came back, man. That'd be an interesting one. Just to see exactly what happens after that, because like you know that there's like bad blood between Twitch and Doc at this point.
Yeah,
like
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, but I wonder
if like you said, if he would actually come back. Like I don't think he would.
Big
honestly,
doubt.
like
the rumblings of that though is just stirring up press left and right now.
Oh, of course.
After this came out, that's what everybody was like. Doc return, Dr.
Disrespect. It's because he's the biggest mystery out of all. Pretty much 99.999% of the fucking the streamers that have been permabanned, we know why they've been permabanned. Doc's literally like the one in the million that we still don't have a fucking clue, man. Like we still don't know.
Truth is out there.
Well, I wonder too, like if this doesn't bring up a situation where Doc goes to leverage it and say, hey, I now can go back to Twitch, YouTube, I want money. Like you've given, because really the reason that I don't think he hasn't gotten a bag or an offer outside of the rumor that was going around Kick, but was that he couldn't. There was nowhere else for him to go. Like YouTube was not.
Well,
this
still isn't an opening for Doc
No,
specifically.
Yeah. But I'm saying if they release it,
if they were to release it, then yes, like he could go back to YouTube. And be like,
I mean,
hey,
I would if I was him. Be like, yo, get my fucking money.
Can you imagine?
That's the power play.
Yeah, I think it is the power play, because when his game comes out, can you imagine his game like tied into like Twitch drops and shit?
Oh,
yeah, I don't. I'm wondering what his game is going to do now that the NFT market has completely just tanked to the floor.
I just think they're gonna separate themselves. I think it's a game that still is capable of separating itself.
It's just that the NFTs or whatever he's got will just turn into normal.
Yeah,
transactions at that point.
I wonder. Well, I wonder if they will do a marketplace that's not tied to a crypto wallet, right? Because they could do something like what Steam does, right? It's basically you can still sell your stuff on a marketplace, make money, and it just goes into a wallet.
That would be a big play, because essentially Steam items are NFTs.
I mean, I've been saying that for since this whole NFT conversation started.
Yeah, man. So,
but well, anyway.
Either way, besides that.
So it's just very interesting to see whether or not this is gonna happen. And
thank you for checking out the patch notes. If you enjoyed this small selection from our podcast, come join us every Thursday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern for the full unfiltered pre-patch podcast. And check out our past shows on anchor.fm/prepatch podcast.